video covers brainstorming. There will be very little lecturing in this video because I believe that hands-on activities are more effective. So we're going to start from scratch but be very actively involved. So please collect about 10 sheets of paper and colored markers or pencils. At certain intervals, I will ask you to stop the video and work on the method or step that we discussed. The objectives of this lesson are to introduce you to brainstorming as a tool for writing. The objectives will be to teach you the technique of brainstorming to help you as writers generate new ideas on a topic that's given to you. The expected outcome, I think that you will understand and learn how to recognize and explain how brainstorming can be used as a tool to generate a set of ideas for you, to help you as the writer start an assigned project by evaluating and selecting between ideas that crop up in your mind, help you judge the worth of different solutions, help you arrive at a decision on a given solution, help you as a writer defend your ideas and adopt choices, help you predict possible outcomes to a process, and possibly help you as the writer outline your paper, and lastly determine possible solutions for that. I know it is exasperating to receive a subject for an assignment and wonder what goes on into the paper. How should you start? Sometimes you're tearing your hair out over that. The most crucial element to writing your assignment is carefully reading the guidelines of the assignment and your instructor's requirements. When you receive your assignment, read your assignment and the guidelines over at least 2 to 3 times. The more you understand and know about your assignment, the more confident and relaxed you will become, and the better grade you will receive. Brainstorming is a method used to generate ideas for writing a paper. The subject example that we're going to use today in this segment of the video is automobile accidents. So, with your pen and paper in hand, I want you to write down anything that comes to mind about automobile accidents until you gain some insight on what to write about regarding automobile accidents. Throughout the video, you will be asked to stop the video and use the method discussed practicing the technique of brainstorming. Here's an example of what my brainstorming looked like in reference to automobile accidents. I wrote my main idea down, or my topic, at the top of my paper. That keeps me focused. I have used the method of free writing. Now, there's no logical sense to what I wrote. I wrote down whatever came to mind about automobile accidents. As you can see, I've got a long list. It could have been longer. I just stopped at a certain point. I have my accidents, my topic at the top of the page so that I continue to focus on what I'm going to just randomly write. Now, I would like for you to stop your video, and I would like for you to now write down anything that comes to mind, using this as a sample of what comes to mind to you in automobile accidents. Once you finish, go on to the next session. Now, once you've exhausted the random thoughts that come into your mind, start asking yourself questions about the thoughts that you placed on your brainstorming paper, like who, what, where, when, and why. When you ask questions about the ideas, do other ideas pop up in your mind? You will repeat ideas, but just keep writing. Continue to write as long as ideas pop up. Working for long periods of time causes fatigue. So what I want you to do is to stop once you start getting sluggish. I want you to get real lazy. I want you to go look at TV. I want you to, or call someone and gossip about something. Whatever method you're going to use to relax, I want you to take a break from your work for at least 20 minutes. Now, once you've completed your brainstorming, look at what has been written, and you will notice that there are related thoughts that pop up. Some writers draw different colored circles around the thoughts that are related, and these become their subtopics. We will use colored circles. Don't worry if one subtopic has 10 circles and another has 2. You will turn these into paragraphs. That simply means some subtopics will have 1 paragraph while some might have 5. Now, many people number their circles in some sequence. I have never been able to do that, and so, like me, you'll have to find the best method that works for you. Now, here's a sample of what I've done with my related ideas and my colored pencils. So I'm going to ask you to stop this video again, and I want you now to circle your related items in a specific color and continue on until you have finished on your page. Okay, here we go again. Now that some of you are going to have difficulty brainstorming and using the method of free writing because the method is chaotic and may or may not make sense or fit together. So remember, we all have different learning styles, and because this method is disorganized and too cluttered, it is illogical to you. So let me give you another way, a couple of ways actually, to brainstorm that is more organized. And for those of you who like the free writing, you may even feel that you like one of these alternate brainstorming methods better. Clustering is another way of brainstorming. In a cluster diagram, the central events or components of an essay are presented visually. More detailed events branch off the main events to provide a visual overview of the entire narrative or report. So once again, we will use our colored markers or pencils, and we're going to use the clustering method. So, first thing I want you to do, in the middle of your paper, we're going to place the topic of our paper, automobile accidents. I've decided from my list that I was going to use rushing and drunks. I also always put my topic in red in the center of my paper because that forces me to focus on what I'm doing. So for drunks, I used a couple of things which by no means is a good list. I mean, there's certainly more things that would crop up when you think about drunks. But one was impaired vision, not alert, driving too fast. Rushing was another one that I decided would be something that should go into the paper. And that's people who rush ignore stop signs. They drive too fast. They try to beat the amber signal. And they drive too fast in bad weather. So again, I want you to stop the video, and I now want you to use this as your method for doing your subtopics. Now again, those of you who like the free writing, just skip the balance of the two methods, but it might behoove you to just go along and see if this method is better for you. Lastly, if you are one of those writers in between the two methods shown, the Venn diagram will help you organize your thoughts. This process involves drawing two intersecting circles. Title each circle with the name of the object you're comparing. Fill the circle with traits that each object possesses, while filling the intersecting space with traits the two objects share. And this is what that looks like. And you can see drunk, and I've pulled up some things that determine if you're drunk or sober. And then in the intersection, I put in what the sharing is. And again, stop the video if this is a method you think you would like to use. Now, when you know what your main goal is, it becomes so much easier to plan and manage your time. Looking at your patterns and information collected for brainstorming, what does your essay require you to do? Will you need to do research? Do you have to show the opinions and knowledge of experts or writers? Brainstorming is one of the most useful tools in writing and will save you a lot of time and effort. The next video will be on outlining, and that will show you how easy it is to create your outline once you use the brainstorming tool.